impressed by the quality of our candidates. Our final candidate for Insurance Commissioner, Gerry Purcell.
Good afternoon. My name is Gerry Purcell. I am running to be Georgia's next Insurance Commissioner. Thank you. Julianne and I are honored to be here today as new voices and new leaders in the Republican Party. I want to honor my mom and dad today, who are my heroes. My dad taught me something at a very early age. He taught me to serve a cause bigger than myself. Those words are ringing in my ear today as I'm very concerned, like you, about our nation and about the direction of our state. And I am ready to serve the people and the state that I love so dearly. A few things in the way of my background. I am a native of Toccoa, Georgia, northeast Georgia. I had an early start in leadership training, leading one of the largest organizations in the United States, the 300,000 member Vocational Industrial Clubs of America. Some of you may know it now as Skills USA. At the age of 23, I was honored to receive the highest distinction given to military cadets, the George Marshall Leadership Award. I am an Army or former Army military intelligence officer, and I am very proud to say that I served under a real Commander-in-Chief, Ronald Wilson Reagan. I'm a successful businessman and have been for a number of years. I've turned around 5 failing businesses and helped to launch a company that is now a billion-dollar company. I think it's kind of a novel idea that a politician and government leader knows something about how to read a profit and loss statement. Isn't that a good idea? I've been doing volunteer and pastoral ministry work in the tradition of my father for over 9 years. The one thing you will not see in my background, though, is that I am not a politician. I have never held an elected office, and judging by being at the Tea Party, which was attended by thousands of my closest friends across the state, that may not be such a bad thing next year. While I'm new to running for office, I'm not new to politics. In 1984, I was the youth director for the Reagan-Bush campaign in Hawaii. Now, Hawaii had never gone Republican. We made a concerted effort to reach out to the 21 to 35-year-olds and to small businesses across that state. And those two groups created a situation where we had a historic victory in the state, in the liberal state of Hawaii. I intend to use that same message because it is not our principles, it is the way we have delivered the message over the last few years. I intend to use that message, the message of Ronald Reagan and his principles, to bring back our young people into our party. Now, why Insurance Commissioner? It's a big job. There's over 1,600 insurers, it's an $18 million budget, over 300 employees, with duties including monitoring the compliance of Title 33, ensuring solvency, consumer protection, providing services to thousands of agents, and enforcing fire and safety standards. In this season, though, I think we will all agree, and if you read the newspaper, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, that healthcare insurance is the issue of the day, and we are on the verge of destroying the greatest healthcare system in the world. I will fight to ensure that that does not happen. The next Insurance Commissioner must know health insurance and healthcare inside out, from the bottom up and from the top down. I am a cancer survivor. It is why I entered into the world of healthcare. I am passionate about healthcare, and I am the only candidate that is running in this race that has been out helping taxpayers and employers save literally millions of dollars on their health care expenses over the last decade. Just recently, I presented Texas legislators with solutions that would save over $500 million in the next 4 years. I know health care, and I will do the same for the state of Georgia. Now, there are 3 things that will be priorities for me. Priority number 1 will be transparency. Transparency is key to solving our health care crisis, but it's also key to good government. Every taxpayer has a right to know how their tax dollars are being spent, every single penny. Government is best when government is accountable. And the best way to ensure accountability is through transparency. And therefore, transparency will be my top priority in office. And even though the legislature did not pass zero-based budgeting, I will use those techniques in my department's $18 million budget, and I will post every budget line and expense for the taxpayers to see. I will work to make sure that the taxpayer practice like the Republican state of Missouri, Republican Blunt, has done with his portability or transparency initiative. I will make sure that we are doing that in Georgia, or I will advocate it. Transparency also means shining a light on the premium tax. We cannot call ourselves fiscal conservatives and allow one of the highest and most embedded taxes to be advocated or pushed on the citizens of this state, almost 5%. I will ask the legislature to phase it out in 5 years. And I will also ask that it be put on every policy statement that goes out to every premium holder in the state. Now moving on, the second area is access. So transparency, access, and that has to do with reconnecting the patient with the provider. And third is privacy. Transparency, access, and privacy. We'll be here this weekend talking about those issues. I look forward to meeting you. One thing that I'll leave you with, and this is what Jesus said, to whom much is given, much is required. We can win this battle. Let's do. God bless you.